Welcome to Tea Time Trio. I'm your host, Dave, with Jane and Geoffrey. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. So on this lovely Tuesday afternoon, we thought it appropriate that we ask the question, or rather we all answer the question, how do you Tuesday? That wording was submitted by one of our listeners. Do not judge us for it. Anybody in the United Kingdom ought to have a superior grammatical sense than to write that insufficiently worded question. However, as it is American slang, we'll allow Dave to answer it first. So, Dave, how do you Tuesday?
I stay home and eat popcorn.
Do you season your popcorn so?
Yes, I season it with butter.
Enough.
Okay. And I also open tea packets and pour it on nicely buttered popcorn, which tastes really good. And that might sound like a dreary Tuesday to most people, but it's not. Me on my couch eating popcorn, watching movies. I mean, it's not so bad.
So we got you into the world of black tea and tea bags, because iced tea usually you don't brew yourself unless you do. But I assume you buy iced tea from the store.
Actually, sometimes I do, but I also have a nice tea farm out back. Whatever's growing, I just cut it down and steep it and put it in tea bags, I have some nice, delicious weeds that I kind of cultivate and grow rapidly. I was trying to sell some tea, I was thinking like Dave's Wild Tea.
No, I'm sorry. I think I've heard of this. They have it often in lots of places in America. I think that's called being a drug dealer. Yeah, I'm sorry. I believe that's what that is. So maybe just keep that on the hush hush for now.
I'm pretty sure it's tea, but
What they
we'll
all say.
talk about this later. Yes. So Geoffrey, how do you do Tuesday?
I actually have a fantastic Tuesday routine. You see, every Tuesday, I get up in the morning and I go to Dover. I take the trolley to Dover and go to the beaches at Dover, and I walk dramatically along the chalky cliffs with my poodle that I rented in Dover. However, if you think that might appear strange to passers-by, fear not. I do all of this cosplaying as Mr. Darcy in order to make it not weird. Just make everybody feel more comfortable.
Wow, that is interesting. Do people stop you at Dover? Are they like, hey, sign this, Mr. Darcy, or, something like that?
Can I get an autograph, please?
Okay.
If you go to Dover on a Tuesday, you can get an autograph.
All right, everybody, you've heard it from Mr. Darcy. Go to Dover Tuesday, and perhaps you can get his autograph.
Fitzwilliam Darcy himself will be walking the cliffs with his pet poodle.
Jane, how do you do Tuesday?
Well, I'm not to brag, but I believe I do Tuesday very well.
I don't know. Mine is pretty good.
I go to Ruby Tuesday and I order from the Garden Salad Bar. They are my favorite restaurant, and I love that I can get pudding and pasta and salad and unlimited croutons for the simple price of $7.99.
Wow, that seems like a good price.
Yes.
I would say.
I first got hooked on it when I read their mission statement that says Ruby Tuesday is driven by uncompromising freshness and quality, gracious hospitality, and a growing list of restaurants destined to be the envy of the casual dining business. Well, as you know, I am English, and I really do admire gracious hospitality. That is one of the qualities that I aspire to emulate in my everyday life, and I really do seek that out when I go to restaurants.
That is awesome. Yes. Although I will say that now that I think about it, the price of $7.99 can be beaten by just simply going to Wendy's or McDonald's. You can get like a burger for $1. Really, like how expensive
you
is
see, I have some tricks for the $7.99 salad bar.
Ah.
You know, I have many cats, and I always bring a garbage bag with me. So when I go up there on a Tuesday evening, when no one else is there because it's a weeknight, then I am able to fill my garbage bag and bring it home to feed my cats. And it really, it lasts throughout the week, and they can feast on anything they want.
That seems like a way to save money, you know?
It is, actually. The waitresses do not appreciate it, but they've never confronted me. I always make sure that I look a little sinister and rough around the edges, so they won't approach me.
Wow. Okay. I won't mess with you, Jane, when you're stealing from my garbage bins. Okay. I think we've answered that question. So that's how we do Tuesday, y'all. Now we are going to do an interview with the boy I found off the street. Hey, Sonny, you look cold outside.
Well, it's really cold here in Brooklyn, so I don't know, because it's pretty much always snowing, and it's it's below 1 degree.
Whoa.
And then I cry in the shower, and then when I come out, my tears freeze.
That sounds like a nightmare.
What's your name?
My name is Dave. What is your name?
Bobby Fisher from Brooklyn.
Whoa, okay. You kind of remind me of somebody I know.
What?
So, what is your favorite flavor of boba tea?
Well, I've never really had it before, but my mother always called me Little Boba, and because I was always little, and
Yeah, you look little to me.
I always drank the boba flavored boba tea, and it.
Yeah.
So it's this. You put.
You drink whatever was put in front of you, kind of.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The boba flavored boba tea.
Yeah, it's just any flavor, like.
Yeah.
Toots, ice cream, vanilla, strawberry. Oh.
Wow.
Pardon my language. Sorry.
Yeah, you are pardoned. Okay. So, do you like tea in general?
Well, yes. That's an easy.
Oh, awesome. Do you drink anything? And I can say that you do drink anything because you drink tea and boba tea, but anything else? Do you drink anything else?
Well, I drink Sprite, I drink Mountain Dew, I drink the alcoholic stuff, like the wine stuff.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. I drink the alcoholic wine stuff, yeah.
What?
I warm it up in the oven, and then I drink it out of the cold, you see.
Oh.
And then I get really hyper, and then I start rushing into the bar, and I'm like, give me all the wine! and then they give me all the wine, and then I steal it for no money, and then I drink it all, and then it happens all over again, but I go to a different bar.
Hey.
What?
Okay. You have answered the question. Yeah, I'm gonna call the authorities on you soon, but let's finish this interview.
But I'm only 6.
Hey, if you give me that white wine bottle that you're holding, I'll forget that I found you. Okay.
Okay, here you go.
Okay.
You lose.
Boy, don't make me regret this. Hold on. Boy, I have one more question for you before I give you this $50 bill, okay? Pay attention, this is real mahogany. Okay. So, have you heard of chess?
Oh, yeah, chess. It's called chest, and there's a treasure chest, and to swim down in the sea, and then you gotta find the key, and then swim down in the sea, and then.
Okay, that was our interview with Bobby Fisher, the boy from Brooklyn.
And then you find chess
Yeah,
pieces
okay,
and a chessboard. And
Okay.
I
Yeah.
got a question. One more question, Bobby.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the last question. Bobby Fisher, have you heard of water?
Well, I play treasure chest, so I've been in water. Yeah, so
How do you play treasure chest?
Remember, I just told you. You
didn't
dive
tell
in
me.
the sea, you drop a chest, and then you unlock, and then there are chess pieces and a chessboard, and then you play underwater.
Well,
But eventually you drown
uh,
after you get to the bottom of the sea.
Wait, so how are you still alive?
go.
I've got gills. I'm like a fishy.
Okay, and that is the end of our interview. Back to you, Geoffrey.
Yes, thank you for that interview. We really should do more of those.
With the exotic people of America, oh yeah.
Right, yes. You do indeed have some interesting characters over there. Brooklyn, interesting place, seems like. So, anyway, back to our topic.
Yes, it's very snowy.
Oh,
Very
sorry.
snowy.
Sorry, I
Yes.
forgot to turn off.
Yes.
I forgot to turn off the microphone. Okay,
Hey, stop
Hey,
it.
no,
Stop it. What are you
no,
doing?
I
This
have-
is my show, not yours.
hey,
Out of my seat.
hey, no, hey,
No.
you're not allowed in there. Get off. Somebody get this kid.
Let me at it. Let me at you.
We are having technical difficulties.
Well, all right. That's after that, you see. So, back to our topic. So, Boba Tea. You see, so Boba Tea.
Which is not from Star Wars, and Boba Fett did not make it. Okay.
What?
This is
Wait.
This is just Boba Tea.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Boba Fett did not make this tea. I
Yeah.
thought that's why it was called that.
I'm very sorry, Jane.
What kind of operation are you running here?
I'm not. I don't make Boba Tea. Jane. Okay.
I'm severely disappointed. Yes. I will never forgive you. Ever.
It had nothing to do with this. Is this the first time anybody has talked to you about this?
Boba tea? Yes, I just learned about it tonight, actually.
Let's move on, okay?
It's probably a good idea.
And let's just call it Bo Tea instead of Boba Tea. So maybe-
I object.
I'm sorry.
I object, good sir.
Can we call it Bob? Bob
Bob?
tea?
Bob. Now you're offending all the Bobs in the world.
Okay, what about tea Bob?
Tea Bob. I just drank a tea Bob today. Oh,
I'm heating up some tea Bob on the hob.
oh my goodness, Jane.
I appreciate that it sounds slightly British. However, it does not sound very dignified.
I am not always dignified.
Well, we could tell that by your story of Ruby Tuesdays.
Jane's dark side. She has a dark side.
And just your general behavior of murdering baby
Murdering?
cats.
This is the first time I've heard.
But I'm sorry. It's not my fault that they populate so quickly.
Maybe
Moving on.
after this episode, maybe we can talk about your employment. I might have to cancel or make some more clauses in it.
Just
Well,
remember-
volunteers. Please.
Volunteers, I pay you, Geoffrey.
If
You're
you
on
fire
payroll.
me,
What do you
Payroll.
mean?
I
you
own your
pay me?
house.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I can't believe
I
this.
own the very fridge
I'm
that
go-
you eat from. Let that sink in.
Don't
I'm
you mean
very-
like icebox?
Yes. Icebox.
Box.
If you
But
fire me, I'm just going to quit and then go work at Ruby Tuesday because they have generous hospitality.
Great, you go. do that.
amen.
This will be Tea Time Duo now, and we'll have the exact same audience. Nobody will stop.
Nobody will stop
It's
us.
gone.
Remember, Dave's the only reason anybody listens anyway. All right, moving on. So our topic is boba tea, and you might be wondering what it is. So our first question that we'll answer for you is, what is boba tea? Simply put, boba tea is quote, an iced drink made from tea and small black bowls of boiled tapioca, usually served sweetened and mixed with milk, unquote. And that the definition comes from the American Heritage Dictionary.
Thank you, Geoffrey. How does boba tea compare to regular tea? Well, boba tea is more chunky
And squishy.
and it has more sugar. You can bet on that.
I also must say, you can choke on it.
Yes, you can.
It's delightful.
If you suck some tapioca goodness down your throat, it might not come back up again. I'm just going to say that.
Make sure you're near someone who knows CPR.
Yes. Where to buy boba tea? Boba tea can be bought at, drumroll please.
Ask Geoffrey.
I heard that you can buy boba tea in America at Sonic, which is, of course, a very unsuitable and low-class sorts of place. However, if you are going there to buy boba tea, then I think it's worth it. I cannot promise or guarantee the quality of it. I know that the pearls are available uncooked at Asian markets, if there is a local Asian market near your house. So that's where you can buy the pearls.
Thank you, Geoffrey. Although I will say that I can guarantee that Sonic always has the highest quality goods. Every time I ate there, I can say that I would gain 10 pounds flat every single time. And I'd weigh myself after 10 pounds. That's pretty consistent. And I can guarantee that it'll be pretty consistent for every American who goes there. Unless you don't eat like me, but hey.
Well, I think it's
Everybody
rather
eats like
easy
me.
for Americans to gain 10 pounds doing anything.
Wow.
But
Excuse me. I think
you just
That-
got roasted, Dave. I do have
Cannot
relatives
prosper.
in America, and they cannot help but rave about the jalapeno poppers at Sonic.
and they taste amazing.
But it, of course, does not rival the superior quality and hospitality of Ruby Tuesday.
Yes, that is true.
Every Tuesdays. I stopped going to that place because they kept on changing their menu. Like their cheese biscuits used to taste so good, and then they changed them and they stunk.
Well, I don't think I would like a jalapeno popper because my palate is so delicate, so perfect, that I feel that would just throw everything off balance and burn off my taste.
Well, you know what, Jane? I don't like you.
Well, you know what, Dave? I don't like you either.
That hurts my feelings, Jane.
Hurts my feelings.
Well,
That's
that's
it.
all the time that we have for today.
Thank you for joining us for Tea Time Trio. I'm your host, Dave, with Jane and Geoffrey. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. Remember to have an amazing Tuesday. Get a plan. Meet me on the Dover Cliffs if you would like. Free autographs every week.
Thank you for listening to Tea Time Trio. Just remember to check out Ruby Tuesday, #not sponsored, and get some of that delicious salad bar food. Maybe even bring a garbage bag with you. You never know.
And one more thing, if you want some of my tea leaves, in the backyard, just simply call the toll-free number at the bottom of the description.